IS460 and 560. I'm Professor Fahmi Jalani. Today we'll be covering on Chapter 10, Project Shadowing, specifically more on lagging, crashing, and activity nodes. So without further ado, so let's take a look at lag in precedent relationship. So technically, lags refers to the logical relationship between the start and finish of one activity and the start and finish of another activity. So there are four logical relationship. First one is finish to start, finish to finish, start to start, and start to finish. So let's take a look at detail. So first we have finish to start. This is basically the most common. So most of these are basically FYI. Shown here, line joining nodes, okay. Forward pass and subtract backward pass. Here we see 11, so there's a lag of 4, which is 15, right? So in this case, design check and blueprint, there's a lag in 4. Next we have finish to finish lag. In this case, HVAC inspection cannot be complete after wiring and plumbing is completed. So you have lag of 3. So basically, technically, wiring took up about 21 days. So there's a lag of 3. Next we have start to start lag, where in this case we have wiring in 3 days. Okay, so and both are completed within 33 days, for example. Okay, this is telling us that wiring was completed 3 days in advance, for example. And lastly, we have start to finish. This is basically a least common type of relationship. Successor finish dependent on the predecessor start. Okay, so against inspecting the HVAC and wiring is completed, okay, earlier, and that's pretty much able to complete the HVAC. Having said that, the most common type of chart which we usually use is Gantt chart. Basically, is established time phase network and can be used for tracking tools. Some benefit: easy to create, comprehend, identify baseline network, updating, controlling, and also resource need. So here we take a look at the example of Gantt chart. Okay, and here is by using MS Project, Microsoft Project, and on the top here we have how many days is proposed to complete, and from there it will follow the next task. Okay, days, and if let's say one is delayed, the rest will be delayed. Okay, so next we move on to crashing. Basically the process for accelerating the project. Okay, this is basically to improve productivity, changing work method, increasing the quality relationship. Moving along, we have managerial consideration. This is basically determined by fixed and variable costs, crash point, time cost, trade-off, and critical path. And so not forgetting target completion time, crashing cost, exceed the penalty cost. Next, we have activity on arrows network. These are basically arrows referring to the nodes. In this case, what used in construction, for example, event nodes, easy to flag, logical similar ions, common nodes, and dummy nodes. Okay. Sometimes is basically finding the shortest route to complete the project. Okay. In this case, we see here activity on nodes. Lastly, we have controversy in the use of nodes. So networks are too complex, poor construction, okay, improperly. Okay, we have subcontractor, master network, and common methods, and at times they are biased. Okay, so that's pretty much it in a bit for chapter 10, which the main focus is on timeline, which most of us will be using Gantt chart. Okay. If you have any question, please feel free to email me, and stay safe. Thanks. Bye bye.